Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Let's talk about Hope for a minute. I'm going to be completely honest. I really did not like this chick in this episode. I really didn't. So after she finds out that Eric and Donna are hooking up and everything like that, she storms in there and is grilling and judging Donna like she had any authority to do any of that whatsoever. Um, I've heard that she had a very colorful past. Yet she walks in there talking about, oh well, I may not like Gwen, but I do believe in the sanctity of marriage. And I was like, girl, if you don't get your, oh my goodness. And my whole other thing is like, aren't they family? I mean, you riding for Gwen now? You riding for Gwen? You're not gonna ride for your own aunt. I'm assuming that they're family. You're not gonna sit there and ride for your aunt Donna, but you're gonna sit there and ride for Gwen. I couldn't sit there. It was so difficult to sit there and listen to her be all judgy and be like, "Oh, well, how could you sit there and do this to Gwen?" And da 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 da. And I'm like, sweetheart, what business is it? Like, this is none of your damn business. Like, this is none of your business. I was so annoyed with that. And my whole other thing, I'm like, that's your family. If you want to sit there and talk to her, she didn't have to do it in a judgy way. She could have been like, "What's going on with you? Is everything all right? Like, you're sleeping with married men? Like, what's up with that?" But instead, she walked in there like just coming down on her, and I'm like, I don't know. I really did not like that scene at all. And I want to actually stop myself from talking because I feel like I'm gonna start throwing out some four-letter words, and I rather not really get to that point. So Baker comes in, tells Ridge and Taylor that Sheila escaped. And he's like, "Hey, listen, I need your help to sit there and track him down. Track her down. You've known her. You've dealt with her before. Um, where would she go? What kind of connections does she have, or anything like that?" And here's the thing: I get that Ridge is angry at the fact that this woman finally got behind bars after nearly killing his daughter and everything like that. But I'm like, bro, instead of you being such a dick and a hothead, why don't you sit there and try to help him figure out, like, where Sheila would go, what kind of connections she would have, you know, anything like that. Ridge and Taylor has been dealing with Sheila for so long that I feel like they could have gave some sort of insight or whatever. Taylor's all like, oh, Ridge has a point. Sweetheart, this isn't about who has what point. This is about finding a psychopath before she, I don't know, kills someone else. But no, 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 not good old Ridge. No, 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 not good old Ridge. He has to sit there and be a hothead and be a dick and be no help whatsoever. And afterwards, he just stands there and complains, "Oh, I'm so glad that Steffi isn't here." I'm like, bro, ugh, you. So who else we got next? Quinn is worried about Eric's heart because I feel like there's some sort of joke that they just really can't make about Eric. But anyway, she's worried, and Carter's like, he does, he is doing pickleball. I gotta look, is that actually a real sport? I'm assuming that's a real sport. I gotta look at that sport. That's what I'm gonna do. After I'm done with this review, I'm gonna sit there and look up what pickleball is. Um, I'm gonna sit there and look that up. Hmm. Yeah, so she's worried. It's like, what I need to sit there and do? I need to call Bridget to make sure that he's okay. I'm like, Quinn, why don't you go to the damn gym? So the guys and, whatever, the people can sit there and tell you, Eric who? Oh, that Eric? Oh, that dude hasn't been here in months. Uh, Eric, you gotta sit there and jog my memory for a minute. No, we gotta sit there and get Bridget to come in. Bridget looks good. She really did look good in that dress. She came in there, um, and she thanked Quinn for looking out for her dad and just being really mindful and concerned about him. But she's like, there's many factors. Let's not sit there and jump to conclusions. But I'll look and I won't say anything. And Eric gets in there and Eric's like, oh, what's, what's going on? Why are you and her in the same room? What do you got in common? Oh yeah, me. Um, Quentin says something. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she said something as far as a lie or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what she said, what her reason was. After he realized it was him, that those two ladies are, together and talking, whatever. Um, let's talk about let's talk about Lee. You know, the last person that tried to argue, try to rile up, try to upset a psychopath, wound up getting shot. The whole time I'm sitting there thinking, Sheila, where's your gun at? Like, where's your gun at? Okay, because she's like, yo, where's my son at? And, you know, Leah's like, how did you get out of here? Like, how did you get out of prison? You're supposed to be in prison. What's going on? What happened? I was like, Lee, you're asking the wrong question. Now, one of the things that they talked about was Jack. Because, clearly there need to be another Jack. And, Lee was like, oh, well, our marriage is blown apart or whatever, we're through. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what, maybe Jack actually kind of got off lucky because I couldn't imagine spending 5 minutes in a room with you, let alone, Jesus Christ, it seems like an eternity to be with her. Um, anyway, she's not there arguing with a psychopath, and I'm just like, so you just gonna pull out the gun now? What are you doing? Was this foreplay? What's going on? And finally, she's like, because I guess she hears like monitors and stuff like that in the background, like she heard something. And she's like, what is that? What is that? So Lee, like presses her body against the door, like she just won't move out the way. And finally, Sheila just had enough and just tossed her little ass on right to the side, like, girl, if you don't move out of my damn way. And she went in there and um, she saw Finn. She's like, oh, you're alive, you're alive. Now, granted, because it's a soap opera and this only makes sense in the soap opera, Lee comes behind her and she's like, yeah, he's alive. No thanks to you. I was like, Lee, she had her back turned. She had her back. I'm like, girl, you know what? I don't want to sit there and say you deserve what you get at this point, but you had a perfectly good opportunity to knock this woman out, do something. Instead, you're just like, you decide you want to berate her. Because, berating a psychopath clearly always works out in people's interests. And they're my goodness, I don't. I know it's a soap opera, but I'm just like, girl, I just. But then again, you had Steffi that decided to confront a psychopath in a dark alley. I already made the Batman reference. I'm not even gonna like go there again, but so yeah, the jig is up right now. Um, I wonder how Lee. Well, if Lee's actually still going to be alive, how's she going to sit there and explain this to Reg and Steffi and be like, I really want to hear her explanation. I want to hear her explanation. I want to get a snack for that. I don't know if I want to get yogurt, if I want to get Twinkies, since days it's they're talking about minions, and whenever anyone talks about minions, the first thing I think is Twinkies. I might get Twinkies or something. Um, because sometimes these moments are so watchable where it's like I need to be just enjoying every ounce of this. Watching Lee try to explain to Steffi and her family why she felt it was a good idea to not tell anyone that Finn is alive. I don't know if I exactly made my peace with the fact that they decided to bring back an actor that I wasn't too crazy about, with acting skills I wasn't too crazy about, back onto the show to be Steffi's prop. But maybe if we're lucky, they may actually make him useful and be more than just somebody to make Steffi happy. I feel like that's about it. I really do. I was very up in the air as far as like, cause I was like, it's getting kind of late. I want to wake up early tomorrow, kind of get a real good head start on do my reviews. I was like, should I bother sit there and like put out this review now? But I was like, I want to watch it now. And after seeing Days, I was like, yeah, I need to watch something that's, um, well, not disappoint me. It was actually good. It was good. uh, every once in a while, being big can actually surprise me. Now, my question, I don't know who's watching this. Well, hoping people watch it. Um, what the hell is going on with YNR? Like, why is Victor's wife in jail? I can't remember her damn name. Vicky. Why is she in jail? Like, I was there looking at a little bit of it, and I see that people was. I felt like she was in jail. Like somebody was meant to giving her papers or something, and I guess they were going through like memory lane, and you got to sit there and see Eric when he was young, and I think that's his name, Victor when he was young, and the mustache, because I mean during the Tom Selleck days, that's pretty much what it was. I mean, you can either rock a mustache or you can't. There's just no in between. Um, but yeah, if Vicky is in prison or is she in jail, why? Does that have anything to do with Diane? I'm just kind of curious. I can't wait till I start actually be able to watch 4 again. I knew today was definitely not going to happen. I didn't even know if I was going to do this episode, but um, I do want to get back to a point where I'm doing all 4 again. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's pretty much about it. I don't think I missed anything. Thank you for watching. Be safe. I know it came out super late, but I had to do a power nap because the day was long and I needed to be able to rest before I started doing some videos because I just felt like I just would not have the energy to do it. Um, I like to sit there and either do these videos right or not really doing them all at all because, well, the people who watch my videos deserve more than just me kind of half-assing it. So yeah, apologies for being late. With that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.